Want to know about all the announced stadia, venues and infrastructure for the 2032 Brisbane Olympic and Paralympic Games without all the political spin or point scoring? Well, you've come to the right place. On the Brisbane channel, we try to keep you informed without political agendas. I've got the review report and delivery plan, which I'll go through in a lot more detail on the channel, but for now we'll stick to the main dot points for how Brisbane and beyond will be changing over the next 7 years, not only with sporting venues, but also transport and other infrastructure. Here we go. Today, the State Premier David Crisafulli announced the entire plan for the 2032 Games, starting with the new 63,000-seat Olympic Stadium to be built at Victoria Park. Beyond the Games, the stadium will become Brisbane's home of a range of sports such as AFL and cricket, as well as hosting large entertainment events. You may be aware that there is a very vocal group who threatened to put forward a legal challenge to building a stadium in Victoria Park, so the Brisbane channel will be following that in the coming days, weeks and months. So make sure you're subscribed to stay in the loop. The Brisbane Tennis Centre will be upgraded, with a new 3,000-seat show court arena and 12 new match courts. A new aquatic centre will be developed in Spring Hill on the site of the existing Centenary Pool. This will become the National Aquatic Centre for Australia's 4 peak aquatic sports: swimming, diving, water polo and artistic swimming. It'll include a main and secondary stadium. The Legacy facility will have a capacity of 8,000 seats, but will be expanded during the Games with temporary seating to accommodate over 25,000. The main Athletes Village will be built on the site of the Brisbane Showgrounds, the location of the Ekka. It will have housing for 10,000 athletes during the Olympics and 5,000 during the Paralympics. After the Games, the Athletes Village will be turned into residential housing. The 20,000-seat main arena will also be upgraded. If you're finding this video informative or useful, please give it a thumbs up, which will help YouTube recognize it's worth showing to more people. And don't forget, you can say thanks by buying me a coffee. Let's keep going. Shooting events will be held at the Brisbane International Shooting Centre in Belmont, which will be upgraded with temporary seating for up to 2,000 spectators. The Sleeman Sports Complex in Chandler will be the home of cycling and BMX events. It will also house the Parasport facility. Whitewater sports will be held at the new Redland Whitewater Centre, which will be part of the future Birkdale Community Precinct, with a public lagoon, cultural centre, walking trails and outdoor stage, all delivered by Redland City Council. This channel has a handful of local sponsors that not only help the Brisbane channel get informative videos like this out to you, but also give you discounts on quality services and products. And did you know that the winner of the Best International Travel Insurance for Value in Finder's 2024 Travel Insurance Awards is a local Brisbane company? Wise and Silent Travel Insurance won the 2024 Value Award because it costs less on average, but covers you for more. They're also the official travel insurance provider for Australian passengers on Scoot Airlines and the sponsor of this video. Backed by a global insurance provider and a 24/7 medical assistance team, the rave reviews on Trustpilot confirm that you can travel with total peace of mind if you choose Wise and Silent for your next overseas trip. Click this QR code or the link in the video description to get an exclusive 10% discount on your premium. Now back to the venues. Logan Indoor Sports Centre and Moreton Bay Indoor Sports Centre, both of which we've mentioned in previous update videos on the Brisbane channel, will also provide games and legacy facilities for a range of sports. Brisbane Arena was withdrawn from the Games plan, however that doesn't mean it won't still be built. The Premier said that building it would have blown the budget beyond the $7.1 billion budget that they had committed to, but the government had received offers from the private sector to build an arena opposite where the Gabba currently stands. And speaking of the Gabba, it will be demolished after the Games. The Gold Coast will build a new arena fully funded and delivered by Gold Coast City Council, as will the upgraded Gold Coast Hockey Centre. The Gold Coast Athletes Village will be constructed within the Royal Pines Resorts development, including a high-performance training facility and a master plan residential development with a mix of housing types. The Sunshine Coast will also host a range of events, with an upgraded Sunshine Coast Mountain Bike Centre hosting that event at Parklands Conservation Park. Sunshine Coast Stadium in the Kawana Sports District will be upgraded from 1,046 seats to 10,680 permanent seats. The Sunshine Coast Athletes Village will be located within the Maroochydore City Centre. The CBD will be transformed with a new integrated athletes village, arena and cultural precinct. Going further afield, Toowoomba will host equestrian events at an upgraded Toowoomba Showgrounds, which will include more arenas and warm-up facilities, upgrades to stables and more of them, as well as an upgraded and lengthened cross-country course. Up north, rowing and canoe sprint events will be held at Rockhampton's Fitzroy Rowing Club, which will also have upgrades including enhanced permanent infrastructure and amenities. In addition to all of this, a new program announced by the state government called Games On will upgrade regional and community sporting facilities across the state. This includes an upgrade to Perry Park in Brisbane and a contribution to the home of football. I'll dig a little more into the details of that if enough viewers request it. Here's a list of facilities the government has already committed to improving, and they are promising there will be many more in the lead up to the Games. On top of all the sporting venue upgrades and enhancements, today's announcement also promised transport and other infrastructure upgrades. At the top of the list was the Cross River Rail, but that was going to happen Games or not, as was the Coomera Connector, an alternative road connection between Brisbane and the Gold Coast. One transport-related point that sounds promising is the talk of investigating improvements for airport connectivity. Could this open up more public transport access to and from Brisbane Airport? That would certainly be a welcome legacy. But if it does happen, Brisbane Airport won't be the only airport made more accessible. The Wave will allow passengers to travel from Brisbane through to the Sunshine Coast Airport with a new direct rail line running from Beerwah to Batinia, linking to a metro hub that connects to the Sunshine Coast Airport through Maroochydore. Now by metro, do you think they mean an actual metro? In any case, that's really outside the Brisbane Channel's scope, so you can look that up yourself if you're curious. There's a bunch of other transport upgrades mentioned in the delivery plan, including to bus and rail networks, roads, traffic systems, and active transport infrastructure. I think I'm best to save those for another video, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications enabled so you won't miss it when that comes out. If you haven't checked out the most recent weekly Brisbane update, I recommend you watch that next, and I'll see you in the next video.